Welcome back to English Learn HQ. I'm Elena.
And I'm Mark. Today we are focusing on a critical skill for your career: how to successfully join fast-moving conversations.
Effective communication in meetings is our core focus today, because that's where your professional impact is felt most.
Today's topic is a nightmare for many English learners: the fast-talking group.
You know the feeling. You're in a meeting. Everyone is talking fast. They are laughing. They are jumping from one idea to the next.
You have a great idea. You want to say something, but there is no silence, no gap.
By the time you find a gap, the topic has changed. It's frustrating. It makes you feel invisible.
Today, we teach you how to jump in without being rude.
Let's look at Koji. He's 35, a senior analyst. He's in a high-stakes meeting with the director and two native-speaking managers, Sarah and Tom.
They are discussing the new budget. Sarah says, "So we are allocating $50,000 to the logistics phase."
Koji freezes. He thinks, wait, did she say 50 or 15? He checks his notes. It should be 15.
This is his first chance. Koji opens his mouth, but then he thinks, what if I misheard her? If I interrupt and I'm wrong, I'll look stupid in front of the director.
He stays silent. Sarah keeps talking. Now Tom jumps in. They are talking about synergy and scalability. Koji is trying to translate those words in his head.
Chance number 2. There is a half-second pause. Koji thinks, okay, say it now. But what is the right phrase? Do I say excuse me? No, that's for a restaurant. Do I say stop? No, too rude.
While he is searching for the perfect English phrase, the silence disappears. Tom is already on the next point.
Now comes the biggest struggle: confidence. Koji looks at them. They speak so fluently. Their grammar is perfect. Their jokes are effortless.
He thinks, my English is broken. If I speak, I'll have an accent. I'll make a grammar mistake. These native speakers will think I'm not senior enough for this role.
He literally swallows his words. He decides to send an email after the meeting.
But the meeting ends. The director shakes hands with everyone. The incorrect budget is approved.
The next day, the $35,000 error is found. The boss asks Koji, why didn't you stop us?
That is the true pain. Koji had the answer, but his fear of bad English and his internal doubt made him look like he didn't know his job.
To jump in, you don't need a PhD in English grammar. You need sound fillers.
Think of these as your door openers. They signal that you are about to speak. They buy your brain 3 vital seconds to catch up.
Let's look at phrase 1. Can I just add something there?
This is your safe entry. It's a soft question. If you use this, the team will pause. It's not a correction, it's an addition. It takes the pressure off you to be 100% right.
Phrase 2. Sorry to jump in, but...
This is the emergency brake. When you hear a $30,000 mistake like Koji did, you use this. It's high energy. It tells everyone, stop. This is important.
Phrase 3. Before we move on, I'd like to say...
This is the control phrase. It's perfect when you feel the group is moving too fast. It literally freezes the conversation on the current slide. But Mark, what about that fear of the high-ranking boss or the native speakers?
That's the real barrier, right? Here is the down-to-earth truth. The director is not there to grade your English. They are there to make money and save time.
Exactly. If you save the company $35,000, nobody cares if you forgot the S at the end of a verb. Your value is more important than your vocabulary.
Think about it this way. You are the expert. You know the data. Sarah and Tom might have the fast English, but you have the right answer. That gives you the power.
Another tip: breathe. When we are nervous, we talk with shallow breath. Take a deep breath before you use your sound filler. It makes your voice sound deeper and more senior.
And don't worry about the accent. Focus on the volume. Speak 10% louder than your safe volume. It projects authority, even if your grammar isn't perfect.
Let's look at how this sounds in a real, high-pressure moment. Mark, you be the stressed-out project director.
We're locked in for Tuesday. No room for error. If the beta doesn't hit the servers by 9 a.m., we're looking at a massive drop in lead gen for the quarter. We've promised this to the stakeholders, and I won't be the one to tell them we're late.
Absolutely. I've already told marketing they'll have the final assets by Monday morning. If they don't have them, the whole campaign is dead on arrival. We're pushing the design team to the limit, but we're on track.
Great. Glad to hear it. Let's move on to the vendor list and the...
Sorry to jump in, but I have a major concern about that Tuesday deadline.
Go ahead, Koji. We're on a very tight schedule here.
I understand. I just stepped out of a call with the development team. They've run into a critical sync issue with the database. Wednesday is the absolute earliest for a stable build. If we push for Tuesday, we risk a total system crash during the launch.
Wednesday? Koji, that's not what the status report said yesterday. Are you sure about this?
I'm sure. The situation changed an hour ago. Before we move on to vendors, I'd like to say we should pivot the marketing launch to Thursday morning. It's better to launch one day late than to launch a broken product that kills our reputation.
That's a tough call, but thank you for stopping us before we committed to the wrong date. Let's look at the vendor list while I figure out how to manage marketing. Wow. Notice the difference there. Koji didn't just suggest a change. He used the emergency brake to save the company from a public disaster. He sounded like a leader.
This next one happens all the time. An account manager making promises during a live call with a client. Mark, you play the overeager manager.
Mr. Henderson, I totally hear you. Speed to market is everything. In fact, I can promise you right now that we can integrate that new payment gateway by Friday afternoon. Our technical lead, Koji, is right here on the call. He's the best in the business. Right, Koji? No problem for Friday?
Can I just add something there, Mark?
Sure, Koji. Just telling Mr. Henderson how fast the team is.
I appreciate the confidence, and we are certainly focused on speed. However, to ensure the integration is fully secure, we need to wait for the client's new access codes first. Once those are delivered, we require a standard 3-day testing window.
Well, couldn't we just bypass some of the testing to hit Friday?
Before we move on, I'd like to say that for a payment system, security is our first priority. We can definitely aim for early next week, provided we get the codes today. Does that timeline work for you, Mr. Henderson?
That was smooth. Koji didn't call his manager a liar. He used, "Can I just add something?" to pivot the conversation towards safety and reality. He protected the company's integrity.
Finally, let's look at the internal strategy session. Mark, let's get the hype started.
Okay, team, imagine this. An AI dashboard that links directly to every client's live bank account. Real-time wealth tracking. We'll be the only ones in the industry with this. We can start the marketing teaser campaign on LinkedIn tonight.
I love it. We can call it Live Wealth. Tom, can you get the designers to mock up the AI interface? This is going to disrupt the entire sector.
Tonight, let's get the press release ready. Koji, can the development team handle the API connections by...
Before we move on, I'd like to say something about the Live Bank link.
What is it? We're on a roll here.
I love the vision for Live Wealth. However, our current security compliance policy strictly forbids direct bank connections for this tier of clients. It's a legal barrier, not just a technical one.
Legal? Can't we just get a waiver?
That would take months. Before we move on to the marketing plan, I'd like to suggest we pivot to a secure manual upload feature instead. It gives the same AI insights, but keeps us within legal compliance. Shall we explore that instead?
Koji just stopped a runaway train. By using phrase 3, he didn't just interrupt, he took control of the meeting's direction. Elena, notice how Koji's English wasn't complex in any of those?
Not at all. I have a concern. That makes sense before we move on. Those are simple words, Mark, but they were used with authority.
That's the secret. People think they need to be the fastest talker or have the biggest vocabulary to be heard. But you just need to be the one who knows how to pull the emergency brake when it matters.
And I want to say something to everyone listening. We're in this with you. Mark and I have been in those rooms where the conversation feels like a high-speed train and you're just trying to find the door. It's exhausting.
It really is. Especially when you're doing the double work, analyzing the business problem while simultaneously translating your thoughts. It's a mental marathon.
Exactly. So if you're sitting there thinking, my English is too slow or my accent is too heavy, stop. Your team doesn't need a poet. They need your expertise. Koji saved the day because he knew the data, not because he had perfect grammar.
Success in these moments is 20% vocabulary and 80% courage. It's about narrating your value. If you use, "Can I just add something?" you aren't asking for permission to be a student. You're claiming your seat as a partner.
I love that. Claiming your seat. So here is our challenge for you tomorrow. Don't let the silent wall win. In your very first meeting, even if the stakes are low, use one of our phrases.
Even if it's just a, can I just add something, to agree with someone. Just break that silence. Once you break the seal, the second time feels 10 times easier.
We're so proud of the progress you're making. Remember, we're a community. We're growing together, one meeting at a time.
You've got the knowledge. Now, give yourself the voice to share it. Join us next time for our episode on active listening.
Bye, everyone.
See you then.